fact, I think you are very familiar with S3, and you should be doing and sponsoring with S3 right now, because I think when the new scanner comes through, you will find that it's even more exciting and even will be able to make it into another incredible opportunity in Greater China. I'm talking about a new technology that we have developed that actually can measure the status of your nutritional health. And it took us literally more than 10 years actually to arrive at this point, because if you remember, we have a scanner that we call the biophotonic scanner, which right now as it exists is actually called the S3 in all our markets. And we use a technology that we call the Raman technology to be able to measure non-invasively antioxidant status in the body. Now, over the last 10 years, we have learned a lot about the contribution or the benefits that antioxidants in general can bring to the body. And we also have learned from scanning millions of people around the world that there's a very good intimate correlation or relationship between the antioxidant level and what your nutritional status is in the body. And so recently, we have used all this knowledge that we have, and indeed, this is unique to Nu Skin, to develop another technology that is called hyperspectra technology and so on, and now have reached a point where we are able to launch a new scanner, if you will, that we are currently calling it the Prism.io, or maybe you can shorten it down to PSIO. It similarly uses the same user friendliness as the S3. And for example, you can actually measure within less than a minute even now, non-invasively, by merely using the forefinger rather than the whole hand to measure the antioxidant and other attributes that it can scan to reach what we call a nutritional status report with this new scanner. It's very exciting because now we have expanded its value and really it's almost like an introduction in Nu Skin to the whole world of nutrition and how all our supplements together with this new scanner can actually bring nutritional health to everybody. Okay. And key nutrients have been around, and we have obviously included many of these nutrients in our products currently. But now, for once, we are able, or we are enabling you as one of the Nu Skin representatives and partners to be able to show somebody what nutritional status is all about via this new biophotonic scanner. And it's really exciting. It's proprietary. We have applied several patents now to cover its technology. And it's really a matter of really empowering you more than anything else to change lives. So it's not merely the introduction or the launch of a product or a device now. I believe that this Prism.io is actually the introduction or the springboard to another enabling platform that's going to change the world of Nu Skin for all of you. Thank you. So excited about the scanner and why we think it's going to really transform the world of nutrition and so on. So, you know, you've heard from Lion, we're talking about really not to help you live longer, but frankly, to help you live better longer. That's really the importance of what we're trying to do, right? In every single product that we do, whether it's on the skincare side or whether the nutrition side, we are really looking at bringing that health span a bit closer to your lifespan. Yeah, this is what this particular graph is showing you. That is beginning to widen insofar as you get older, somehow your quality of life, for a variety of reasons, especially your lifestyle factors and so on, it widens the gap between the lifespan and health span. That's what we mean. That gap illustrates the quality of life that we've been talking about. So we're going to help you restore or at least manage your health span as best as we can. Fundamentally, you've heard a lot about antioxidants and what we have learned over the last 10 years, and this is where the coupling comes from in terms of how we use artificial intelligence and so on, because artificial intelligence doesn't really execute if it doesn't have an important and meaningful database. And we have created that kind of nutrition database, if you will, with the scanner over the last 10 years. So therefore now, with this new technology that we have, that we are putting into the new scanner, we're really talking about measuring nutritional health, right? At the end of the day, it's a progression. We did talk about antioxidants, no doubt, but now we're adding really fundamentally a more meaningful outcome when you're measuring antioxidants, and in fact more than that with the new scanner that we have. And obviously now nutritional health will translate with all the other things that will happen in your body. In fact, I'll leave you a little bit of teaser for the future, and that is that this particular scanner has even broader applications than just in nutrition, and that's going to happen. You've seen this 40 years, and really we have learned a lot. You know, each and every one of our products has been a learning experience for our R&D team. And while you're using it and consuming it and using it in the field, our scientists essentially use these products as tools. And I use this particular set of products to illustrate the point that each and every one of those products represented an inflection point in the Nu Skin world, okay? And therefore, as we go through, I suspect what happens is, once we have the new scanner available, it will also create another inflection point that will take Nu Skin to the next level. I'm personally very excited, is because being a scientist, I obviously am excited by the scientific data, but without you appreciating what we have done with this new scanner, you know, Ryan has talked to you about being a partner and so on. I believe strongly that this is going to be our finest hour once we get the scanner into the field. All right. With that, I'll pass you back on to Steve. Oh, by the way, on this scientific validation, it's just another slide to tell you that we've done all the studies, and that's why it took so long, frankly, for us to be able to substantiate what we are saying or what we will say about the scanner going forward.
Of his time. He was somebody who truly changed the game and was telling us this way before everyone else figured out it's true. Look at all these studies that are scrolling up on the side. These are all studies validating what Joe had said back in 2002, 2003, and talked about the power of nutrition and specifically the power of antioxidants. And then we put it into the difference demonstrated. What I find interesting is I've been in this business now for 33 years, and as Joe is the chairman of our scientific advisory board and quite honestly our chief guru on all things nutrition, health, and beauty, it amazes me how much of a visionary Joe is and Nu Skin is. I'm really putting it out there and being somebody who's at the forefront of innovation and technology, as well as nutrition and beauty. I just love Joe. I love his spirit. I love his energy, and it's exciting to see all this validation. Now, remember, 40 years, we have been the anti-aging leaders. 23 years with biophotonic research, 26 million data points, like Ryan said, millions of people, 9,000 just antioxidant publications, not to include all the others. And then we use artificial intelligence and a proprietary algorithm specifically linked to Nu Skin that is now patent pending. Okay? We now have the social reach that we've never had when Joe originally launched this. We have something that's much bigger. In fact, if you can just conceive of it, think about this. Every single person can now have this in their home. And anybody who's a healthcare practitioner can continue to use this in a powerful way to help their individuals they're helping on a daily basis. But we could not have done this had we not done the 23 years of research, had Blake, Steve, and Sandy not started this 40 years ago. And without the ability to have the money to do the research and to be able to hear directly from you the impact it's having on your life and then validate it through clinical studies and then have a machine learning algorithm that we could create that really gave us the knowledge to be able to do what we're doing and to have that social reach is unbelievable. Timing truly is everything. And this is the time. This is our time. This is our opportunity. You have what the world needs. It's so exciting. So when you think about the difference demonstrated, when you think about the size of the scanner, and then you look at it's in the palm of your hand now, truly, you don't have any excuses. You can't say, I can't get one of those scanners, or maybe you can't get one of these. We'll talk to Justin later and find out whether you can or can't. But the key thing you want to know is the Prismio is going to be unique, it's going to be different, it's going to be powerful, and it's going to be for those who truly are committed to make a difference in the world. Now we're talking about going a whole nother level. This is where the 8 billion people get involved because not everybody has just an issue with antioxidants. Some of them are nutrients. Some things are happening inside of our bodies that are just different. And to have a whole new host of opportunities to be able to show the difference demonstrated beyond antioxidants, as Joe talked about micronutrients, and being able to truly help people wherever they are in the world and the challenges that they have. Some markets, they have challenges with calcium. Some have challenges with collagen in their food. Some of them have issues with magnesium, B vitamins. Some don't have any access to anthocyanins or purple pigments and those type of applications. So for us, this is a groundbreaking moment. This is a breakthrough unlike anything I've ever seen in 33 years. And quite honestly, I started working with Nu Skin back in 1992 when they launched Life Back originally. And to be a part of this moment, I can't tell you how grateful I am.
To Ryan, to this wonderful company, and to all of you. You guys have done this. You guys have built this. It is, Life Back is the biggest product we've ever had in the company, and it continues to be. Now just think what's going to happen as we roll this out in a whole nother level. Because the reality is the same question comes true every single time. Do you know? And almost no one in the world can answer that question. The question's a hard one to answer, quite honestly. The question is, do you really, which product do I take? There's so many products out there in the world. Which ones do I take? And if I take it, does it work? Do you know? We got to answer that question, and we can answer that question, and you can answer that question because we've changed the game. Joe flipped the script on this, and this is a totally different ballgame. It is no longer do you know, you can know. You can take a product and you can see the difference demonstrated, and then you can have the confidence that you can share this with people, your family, your friends, your loved ones, the people, if you're really committed to the mission, which I know you are. That's what we are. Our mission is to improve people's lives and help them look, feel, live better. That's what we're trying to do. And now we have it in our pocket. You can walk into any coffee shop, walk any home, any restaurant, any moment of the day, and share something that can change their life. Now, this next step in the beauty and wellness solution and evolution really is something different. And I was going to take you through a video, but we're a little short on time. So we're going to put that out to you at a little bit later, maybe Friday, maybe Monday, something like that, because we're really kind of tight on the time. But I'm going to tease you with the thought of you haven't seen it yet.
So if you think you know, you don't. But I can tell you this, everything just changed today, and I hope you're with us. So let me explain a couple of quick principles so you understand for all of you who are into the science of what this is. Before, we did maybe 300 measurements in the older biophotonic scanner, which is fantastic and cutting edge. Nobody's even caught up with it still. Now we're talking about 234,000 spectral rays that go into the finger as it touches that little individual Prismio. It's a totally different ballgame. But it has to anchor back to the Nobel Prize winning research on Raman that we have, and we are the only ones who have, on a proprietary database. Thank goodness for the leadership at Nu Skin who were smart enough, and Joe Chang and whoever else was involved, I'm sure Blake, Truman, Ryan, all these people were so committed to making sure they were data driven. And they created a proprietary database that literally no one else has. Only we have, and we know how people score. So when you talk to people, say, oh, we can do something on scoring, or I have a watch, or I have something that can be really powerful. Great, but it's not going to give you 234,000 light measurements through a spectral ray that's unique to Nu Skin, tied into a proprietary database. Nobody has it, just us. Because it then feeds into an AI engine, which only we have, and it provides a Prism health score, as Joe talked about before. Not just an antioxidant score, not just a carotenoid score. We're talking about a whole health score to understand what's happening inside of our bodies. Okay? There's a little glimpse. You're kind of getting a look at it. You can kind of see how powerful this can be. Yeah, it can sit on a table, and yeah, you can put it in your pocket. Are you catching this? It's kind of fun. So 40 years of preparation, as Joe talked about, meets now 40 years of moving forward. We're talking about the Prismio and a whole new platform of products that are connected through AI, DNA, wearables, functioning through intelligent health, beauty, weight management, and microbiome, and so much more. I can't even tell you how excited we are about our pockets, and we are going to literally scan the world.